So with the Socialist nomination wide open now, just who will be the candidate to replace Francois Hollande on the 2017 presidential ballot? Well, among the favourites is current Prime Minister Manuel Valls, who has been laying the groundwork over the past few days, but whose path through the primaries is by no means assured. Well, for more, let's bring in political analyst Bruno Cautres, who joins us now from Lyon. Thank you so much for speaking to us here on France 24 this morning. Let's start with that shock decision from Francois Hollande last night. Was it a brave decision, do you think, or a cowardly one?
I think it's a brave one. I think it's a brave one because we are in France in a situation where the level of political distrust, the lack of trust, of confidence of the French towards their politicians is amazingly high. So that decision of Francois Hollande, it is certainly going to make a break into the negativity that French have towards their political class. And I think there will be a before and there will be an after that decision of Francois Hollande.
Do you think it changes in any way the Socialist chances next year? I mean, are they any more likely to win the election?
That's the big question. I don't really think it's going to change drastically the situation of the left. The left still is divided on the economic agendas for France for the next mandate. And there is going to be a big fight now between Manuel Valls, the incumbent prime minister, which is certainly going to be candidate, and Arnaud Montebourg, the former minister for the economy, which is more on the left of the party. And these two personalities, well known by the French, are going to fight, I think, on the economic issues in particular, and in issues like EU, like deficits, like public sector size. So it is not over for the left, the difficulties on the economic agenda.
So who do you think will win the Socialist nomination then, given the state of the party just now and given the Socialist current standing in the polls?
It is difficult to say right at the moment. It's going to be a very interesting election because on one side, Manuel Valls is lacking popularity inside the left. Many left voters consider that Manuel Valls is actually not left, that he did a right-wing policy, and eventually they could attribute to Manuel Valls some responsibility that he has obliged Francois Hollande to have this agenda. But on the other side, he has the legitimacy of the prime minister that is a good fighter in the campaign, but Arnaud Montebourg also. So I think it's going to be very, very unexpected result. I don't know if it is going to be Manuel Valls or Arnaud Montebourg on today. And we have the big question mark, the big if. What about Emmanuel Macron? Is Emmanuel Macron going to stay outside the primary? There will be certainly big pressure on Emmanuel Macron to join the primary.
Well, we'll have to keep a close eye on that to find out what will happen.
Yes.
Certainly very interesting times ahead. Thank you for that. Bruno Cautres joining us from Lyon this morning. Thank you very much indeed.